Let's take you through the starting grid for Heat 9, X30 Senior, B versus G. On pole position, it's going to be Alessandro Tudisca with Rima Blanc alongside on the front row. Then we've got Marco Piccolo and Loris Saxa on row 2. Theo McLaughlin and Matthias van der Kerkhoff on row 3. Otto Baikkonen and Alexis Constant, row 4. George Nassar, Maxime Blanchima, Iliana Couture, Mirko Wouters, Tyrone Kinard, Paul Heymans, Jop Muller, Maxime Harutunian, and then we've got Suleiman Zanfari, Cahal Clark, Jack Nettleship, Quentin Dapoigny running at the top 20. Then we've got Maximilian Radek de Silva, Luca Moulin, Casper Norman, Matteo van der Kerkhoff, Aaron Ferrazano, Sibi Pagnar, Dinan de Vos, Sky de Forny, Rinse Vos, Alessandro Bighi, Ruby Velenden, Luis Cardoso, and then Livia Sampson, Sofia Sanfari, and Ruben Moya. Okay. Simon, j'avais une question pour toi. Combien de places va gagner Ruben Moya dans ce manche?
Allez, on va miser sur 20.
20, 22, je crois.
22
peut-être.
Allez.
Okay.
Les paris sont ouverts.
We'll see whether it's 20 plus, like we saw with Andy Rattel in the previous race. I think it was 22 or 23. That's always the good thing between commentators. We can always discuss it and say, okay, how many places do we think? And I went, Simon's gone, well, I think probably 20. And I've gone, well, let's go 22, shall we? Just to edge on the side of caution. But after this, we'll have two more senior heats. We'll have C versus E at 6:20 p.m. local time, A versus B at 6:40 p.m. After this race, we'll also have our last two junior heats of the day with A versus D and B versus E. But Alessandro Tudisca and Henki Counter are the only drivers so far this weekend that have picked up wins. Apart from them, Loris Saxa, we've had Mathis Mascout, Sam Balota, and just last time out, France's Clément Houton. Are we going to add another winner, or is Tudisca going to pick up a third one? Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Join us on the roller coaster ride for the next 10 minutes, plus an additional lap, and they are keeping us waiting. Tudisca and Blanc just keeping everyone held back and ready to release these 35 drivers like a big old wolf pack around the tarmac here at Karting Genk. So the red lights are on the gantry, ready to go out. So will Tudisca pick up win number 3 in the qualifying heat stages here in Heat 9? Let the revs rise, and the lights are out. We're underway. Good start by Tudisca. And that is Loris Saxa, I think, went a little bit wide. I think got clattered into on the right front as it's getting a bit bumping and boring through turn number 3. Fionn McLaughlin has already sprinted his way up to third place. A lightning start for the VDK driver from Ireland. And he's got through on Rima Blanc, who rounds out the top 4. So Tudisca leads at this moment in time. I did spot a victory lane car. Could be George Nassar or maybe Matthias van der Kerkhoff that currently runs in P5 at the moment and is leading. That is the longest train I've seen it for many a year. You've got 5th, 6th, 7th, and then some. And now the gloves are off. That is one of the drivers very, very wide. They're all scrabbling for traction. This is going to get a bit ugly. It's going to be like a bare-knuckle boxing match in a minute if they're not careful. But it's Matthias van der Kerkhoff and Mirko Wouters, Alexis Constant. George Nassar drops to 11th as some drivers getting very, very cagey. Oh, and we've had a big old incident, and one's gone into the barriers. That was a Falcon racing car. Hit the barrier, 7:20. Straight away, yellow flags at Marshall post number 2. It's rearranged the tyre barrier, but more astoundingly, both drivers, Simon, have just walked away from that, and they're still running.
Ouais, les deux pilotes qui sont repartis, les deux pilotes impliqués dans cet accrochage, c'est vrai que ça a été très très impressionnant entre ces pilotes. C'était dans la bagarre pour une place au cœur du peloton. En attendant, on a vraiment deux groupes qui se sont détachés avec les leaders de la course. Et puis on retrouve Matthias Van der Kerkhoff, je pense. Ouais, avec Mirko Waters et Alexis Constant qui est passé juste devant en 6e position. La belle opération du rookie du peloton, Alexis Constant, qui depuis le début de cette saison n'a, je pense, jamais manqué une finale A. Il s'est toujours qualifié parmi les 36 finalistes, c'est à souligner pour Alexis Constant qui avait déjà fait pas mal de belles choses en catégorie X30 junior par le passé. Et là, il est en train de confirmer qu'il peut monter en puissance en faisant sa place dans ce peloton. On sait que c'est parfois compliqué quand on débarque de la catégorie X30 junior. Pas toujours évident de faire sa place dans ce peloton avec des pilotes plus expérimentés, parfois un peu plus audacieux aussi. Et regardez en tête ce qu'il se passe. Alessandro Tudisca qui emmène avec lui Fionn McLaughlin et Otto Pikkonen. On a un top 3 très international. Fionn McLaughlin qui passe en première position. Le pilote irlandais qui se place en tête. Sera-t-il en mesure de prendre sa revanche par rapport à la manche de tout à l'heure où il était largement en tête et où malheureusement il a été victime d'un problème mécanique? Ici, il a très clairement l'envie d'aller s'imposer. Maintenant, il faut que la mécanique tienne, mais on peut compter sur le professionnalisme de son équipe pour ne pas revivre pareil mésaventures. Attention, parce que derrière, ça attaque aussi du côté d'Otto Pikkonen, qui est passé devant Alessandro Tudisca. Et Marc Lopiccolo, le pilote français, est juste derrière Alessandro Tudisca. Et pendant ce temps-là, Fionn McLaughlin est en train de creuser l'écart.
Oh, and we've got a hard hit into the wall. That is Sofia Zanfari. That is a big, big hit for the Moroccan. And that is straight on into the tyre walls off of the final corner. Thank goodness Sofia is out of the cart and walking away. But the front end is an absolute mess. Iliano Couture was one of the drivers involved in that two-kart incident off of turn number 4 a little bit earlier on. But Sofia Zanfari walking away from an incident. Not too sure what happened. We caught the tail end of that. Also, Harutunian was also involved in that incident with Ilano Couture, I believe. But Couture has parked it. Now here comes the comeback. Alessandro Tudisca back up the inside of Otto Pikkonen from Finland. Meantime, Fionn McLaughlin from VDK Racing has an advantage of 1.1 seconds. We hit half-time in the race. Ruben Moya, update halfway through, 19 places gained. Well, we haven't been concentrating on him much, apart from talking about how many places he's been going up through the day. So it's, I'm going to have to calculate this at the end of the day, how many positions that between them that Ruben Moya and Andy Rettel have actually managed to gain. And I think it could be very, very close between them. However, a little bit further back is the battle for 5th place. Lorit Saxa, the first heat winner of the weekend, battling away with a 222 of Alexis Constant. Alessandro Tudisca, however, has started to eat in significantly to Fionn McLaughlin's race lead. It now is just under 0.8 of a second, and Tudisca, new fastest lap, 55.445 seconds for the number 265 for RSD Karting, closing in on McLaughlin, the 374 from VDK, and with 3 3/4 minutes to go, plus an additional lap. Well, is Tudisca going to take that third victory, or will McLaughlin finally break the duck?
7 dixièmes d'écart entre le premier et le deuxième, avec Alessandro Tudiska qui a réalisé le meilleur tour en course en 55-445. Qui de Fionn McLaughlin ou d'Alessandro Tudiska parviendra à s'imposer? Réponse dans un peu plus de 3 minutes. Et derrière, c'est la bagarre entre Alexis Constant et Loritz Sachs qui vous est proposée. Une bagarre pour la 5e place dans cette manche qualificative. Numéro 9 entre les groupes B et G. Derrière, c'est Matthias Van de Kerkhove qui est en 7e position. Boymans est 8e devant Maxime Blanchemin et Rimmer Blanc. Parmi les remontées à vous signaler, celle de Ruben Moya, 21 places de gagner depuis le départ. Alex, je pense que vous allez peut-être gagner votre pari de tout à l'heure. On verra.
Sportsman's bet, Simon. Sportsman's bet. But coming up to the last 2.5 minutes to go, plus an additional lap in this 9th Senior X30 heat. Alexis Constant battling away with Loritz Sachs and Matthias van der Kerkhove, who is not that far behind. As there goes Loritz Sachs up the inside. Will van der Kerkhove also get through? It's going to be close, and he's going to pin it round the outside at turn 3. Van der Kerkhove denied by Constant, who keeps it pinned to the inside and holds station. Meantime, well, one of the other drivers, I think that was Bo Heymans, getting surprised by Maxime Blanchemin, as now Van der Kerkhove through on Alexis Constant. That is for position. And big thank you to Nathan Percy de Hoop asking what, oh, they're also the smaller carts in action. Yes, tune in Sunday for Mini and Mini Rookie. Minute and a half to go. Fionn McLaughlin, 3.5 tenths of a second ahead of Alessandro Tudiska. And they are coming down the start-finish straight, heading into turns 1 and 2. There they are. Gap was 2.5 tenths of a second. Another new fastest lap of the race a couple of laps ago from Alessandro Tudiska. But now he's going against the man leading the Yammer Euro Series, heading into its final round of the championship next week. In this very locality here at Karting Genk, but the battle is very much up and down the order. There's battles here, there and everywhere. There was a brief yellow flag at Marshall post number 1, but Alessandro Tudiska chasing a 3rd heat win of the weekend. Now into turn number 10, go our top 2. Next time around, we start our penultimate lap. Out of the final corner, we complete lap number 10, 2 to go. McLaughlin leads by 2 tenths. Tudiska waiting in the wings and dives up the inside. And it was a robust but fair manoeuvre on Fionn McLaughlin. Tudiska now has to start defending. As Fionn McLaughlin closes up under braking through out of turn number 6. Now the run down the Europalan. McLaughlin pulls to the outside. Tudiska stays on the inside line through into turn number 7. And McLaughlin right on the rear bumper of Tudiska. And he's pointing forward saying, right, stop defending, just race me. Just race at full speed. The drivers will have an additional allocation of spare tyres if required this weekend due to the amount of racing that they are having to do. Last lap underway. What's the distance? 0.110. Will McLaughlin go for the move through at turn number 2? Not quite. Now waiting to see when he can make his move. Will it be through at turn 7 off of the Europalan? Through into turn 6. Otto Paikkonen and Maklo Piccolo are closing in. But in the meantime, McLaughlin right with Tudiska out of turn 7. This could be a photo finish opportunity between these two drivers. Tudiska gunning for his 3rd heat win. Fionn McLaughlin gunning for his 1st of the weekend. Through out of turn number 11 at full racing speed. Now into 12. What does McLaughlin have in terms of a surprise? Is he going to pull it to the right-hand side? No, he's not. No, he's not. That is it. Checkered flag. 3 heat wins. I say that again. 3 heat wins for Alessandro Tudisca from RSD. Well, what can I say? Theo McLaughlin was leading with a lap and a half to go, and Tudisca got the move done on him. But Theo McLaughlin takes second, Otto Paikkonen third, Marco Piccolo fourth, Matthias van der Kerkhoff fifth, ahead of Loris Saxa, Alexis Constant, Rima Blanc, George Nassar, and rounding out the top 10, Ruben Moya from 35th on the grid to 10th. Mirko Wouters, Maxime Blanchimard, Job Müller, Aaron Ferrazano, Bo Heymans, Casper Norman, Suleiman Zanfari, Luca Moulin, Jack Nettleship, and Cahal Clark round out the top 20. Maximiliano Radek da Silva, Thierry Quinard, Sky de Forni, Alessandro Bigi, Rinse Vos, Maxim Harutunian, and then we got Sibir Paganar, Luis Cardoso, Matteo van der Kerkhoff, Livia Sampson, Quentin Dapoigny, Ruby Verlinden, Dinon de Vos. Lap 4 we lost Sofia Zanfari. Lap 2 we lost Iliano Couture, but Tudisca, McLaughlin and Paikkonen, your top 3 for Heat 9 X30 Senior B versus G.